This is Darshana Gauchan with your daily news update for February 13th, 2026. We start with a quick look at regional markets. Asian shares retreated from record highs on Friday as worries about shrinking margins in the tech sector drove investors into safe haven bonds ahead of key U.S. inflation data. MSCI's broadest index of Asia-Pacific shares outside Japan fell 1.1%, trimming this week's gains to 3.7%. Japan's Nikkei skidded 1.3%, but was still up almost 5% for the week. Chinese blue chips dropped 0.9%, while Hong Kong's Hang Seng Index slid 2.1%. Zooming in on Cambodia's market, the Cambodia Securities Exchange Index was up 0.15 points or 0.04% to 424.21. Total trade volume was down, with 76,095 shares changing hands at a total value of 364.4 million real, or over $90,000. On the main board, two stocks were up, led by Sihanoukville Autonomous Port, while only Pestec Cambodia was down and the rest of the main board stayed flat. Over on the growth board, DVD Engineering and Picasso City Garden were down, while JS Land stayed flat. Shifting to the exchange rate, the Khmer Real strengthened slightly to 4,022 real per US dollar, while the US dollar index was up to 97.11. Turning to global commodities, oil prices slipped on Friday and were on track for a second weekly decline as concerns receded over the risks of a US-Iran conflict that could affect supply. Brent crude oil futures were down 0.2% at $67.40 US dollars a barrel. US West Texas Intermediate crude fell 0.2% to $62.71 US dollars. Gold rebounded, recovering from a nearly one-week low in the previous session as investors awaited key U.S. inflation figures for cues on the direction of interest rates following robust jobs data that tempered rate cut expectations. Spot gold was up 0.6% at $4,949.99 US dollars per ounce, but has lost 0.2% so far this week. U.S. gold futures for April delivery climbed 0.4% to $4,968 US dollars per ounce. Looking at the crypto market, Bitcoin fell back toward last week's lows, giving up nearly all of its recent gains above $70,000 US dollars and resuming its slide alongside weakness in the broader tech sector as the crypto now trades back around $65,000 US dollars. Moving on now to other business-related news, Cambodian food exporters will now be able to complete a far wider range of internationally recognized food safety tests domestically following the accreditation of new testing services for heavy metals in water and pesticide residues in rice and pepper at the Institute Pasteur de Cambodge, with support from the Australian government. This milestone means that producers of rice and pepper, some of Cambodia's most important agri-food exports, now have the option to complete accredited food safety tests in-country, reducing costs and turnaround times and lowering contamination risks. In a move that underscores Cambodia's rising influence in the global fintech landscape, the Minister of Posts and Telecommunications, His Excellency Chia Vandet, held high-level talks with the Governor of the National Bank of Georgia, Her Excellency Ekaterine Galdava, to discuss the potential integration of Cambodian digital payment frameworks into the Georgian financial ecosystem. The meeting focused on the exportability of Cambodia's homegrown digital successes, specifically the Bakong blockchain-based payment system and the verify.gov.kh platform, according to a news release from the Ministry of Posts and Telecommunications on February 13th. The General Department of Customs and Excise of Cambodia held a meeting to summarize its 2025 performance and outline future strategic direction on February 12, 2026. Presided over by the Director General of the GDCE, His Excellency Dr. Kun Nim, the meeting confirmed that the GDCE collected a total revenue of around 12.76 trillion Khmer Real, approximately $3.18 billion US dollars in 2025, representing a 21% year-on-year increase. That's all for today's update. This was Darshana Gauchan for B2B Asia News.